All right, guys. What is happening? Just a quick video update. Trying it out through Streamlabs right now. Doing the live show through this venue. See how this works. Testing it out. Just a little bit of a test. But I am going to do a quick update before we get to Late Night Exhale, which is coming up here in about 30 minutes. So bear with me, guys. Hit the like button on your way in. Just a couple of quick things. The Dolphins did activate Melvin Ingram to the active roster, which, says, he's probably going to get some playing time. He did have a showing the last time he was with the Dolphins against the Ravens way back when. He is fitting in well in this Fangio scheme, and as a late addition signing with Phillips being down, it's nice to have a friendly face and a guy in there. Other quick notes real quick. The Dolphins did not elevate any offensive linemen, which is a good sign that Lester Cotton, Liam Eichenberg, and Austin Jackson, all guys who have had a little bit of issues here and there, are good. What's up, Daniel Barry? Joe, what's up, guys? Just doing a quick video real quick. Hit the like button. Also, Robert Hunt, who's still listed as doubtful, has been seen moving around. He did fly with the team. He is in Baltimore. Keep our fingers crossed that Robert Hunt can get it figured out and get on the field. That would be an amazing thing to have him out there. We're still watching to see what happens with Javon Holland and Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey, all guys who have been listed as questionable. But word on the street, Jalen Ramsey's definitely going to play, Xavier is definitely going to play, and finally Javon Holland's going to play. Those are all key contributors, as you guys know. Fins up, Green Rat. So, yeah, guys, big deal, big game. This is going to, let's call it for what it is. This is huge. This game is going to be massive for the Dolphins because, guys, what are we talking about? This is for first place right now. If the Dolphins win tomorrow, they will secure the AFC East. Not that the game at the end of the year doesn't mean anything, but we'll have locked in the AFC East for the first time since forever, bro. Since Brady went down and Matt Castle ran that. I want to say that was Tony Sperano. But yeah, there's a lot riding on this game. Other quick updates, guys, while I'm doing this, just a quick times. See, where did I have it? Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, as I said, the Miami Dolphins will clinch the AFC East for the first time since 2008. We're going to, listen, we win one of these two games, we're first or second in the AFC. We need to be first. So, let's make that happen. Let's see, the team. All right, hold on. Okay, so a Miami Dolphin win would clinch in the AFC East title for the first time since 2008 and assure the team a top 2 seed in the postseason for the first time since 1992. Which, geez, dude, that was before my sister was born. She's got 3 kids now, so that's that's real sad. I think in 1992, I was 7 years old. So, God, dude, that ain't even, that's more than a generation ago. It would also give the Dolphins the 11-4, who are currently in the 2 seed, an inside track for a conference top spot, only needing a win against Buffalo in the regular season finale or the Ravens to lose to Pittsburgh to secure the first round bye and home field advantage, which would be legit, dude. Could you imagine Dolphins on a bye, first week of the playoffs? Dolphins fans everywhere get to watch the playoffs first week, and we're resting. We're not in it. We're not watching the playoffs the first week because the Dolphins aren't in it. We're watching the playoffs knowing that the Dolphins are going to face whoever wins or loses whichever game, and we're resting, guys, with the road going through Miami. That would be awesome. A loss, though, could clinch the number 1 seed for the conference leading Ravens, would clinch it for them. So if the Ravens win this game, this is it. They're number 1 in the AFC. They could, a win or a loss doesn't matter to them against Pittsburgh. So that's big deal. that would also put the Dolphins in a must-win situation in the final week of the year against Buffalo, a game that's going to get flexed out. Let's call it for what it is. And legitly, they could lose the AFC East and the Bills jump over us and take the AFC East. And the Dolphins, because of the Browns and the Bengals and all these other teams, we could end up the 6th or even the 7th seed, which would be devastating to the Dolphins. Way back when, the last time we faced the Ravens, we did beat them. This was the, comeback game for Tua Tagovailoa. Baltimore, they opened up that game with a 103-yard kickoff return that immediately put the Dolphins in a 7-point hole. And then we had a couple of interceptions from Tua Tagovailoa in that game. Before long, it was halftime. We were down 28-7. Tyreek Hill was getting IVs for cramps that game and everything, but he did end up coming back and was able to put 2 deep big scores on him for us. And then Jalen Waddle with a big reception to get the game-winning pass at the end. When some of the players were asked about what was going on in that day, Alec Ingold said about this victory that they happened. Alec Ingold said, "I remember going into halftime being like, what the heck happened?" Ingold told the Herald, because so many physical and great plays, but the ball didn't seem to bounce in our direction, and it was a time with a new head coach and a lot of new guys on the team where you're really trying to figure things out and who you are. So it was really difficult at that time. But then with the uncertainty of the Dolphins' new regime, but coming back and instilled a belief in Mike McDaniel's message, that they ended up going ahead and holding Lamar and them in the fourth quarter, even though Lamar on the end of the day ended up with 437 total yards and 4 touchdowns. So big deal. They had their way with us in a lot of ways. Lamar, as you guys remember, he had that scramble for that big long touchdown that racked up a lot of numbers. But remember, this is a new defense right now. Dolphins defense is killer, bro. We're number 6 against the run right now. Fangio's defense is finally starting to light it up, and we're starting to get things figured out. And we got to run the ball, man. We got to run this ball with purpose. If they're going to, try to take away the overtop game to negate Tyreek Hill and our explosiveness downfield, then fine. Take what the defense gives you. If they're going to keep 2 deep safeties and linebackers off the ball, then let's go ahead and do what we've been doing. Because albeit that there is a narrative kind of going around about the Dolphins as of late, right? That, yeah, we beat the Cowboys, but we're a finesse team. We're not physical. There's a lot of people talking. CBS reporter Charles Davis said, what the Dolphins did to Denver early in the season will linger forever. But you forget that there has to be grit. There has to be a time when people have to dig it out and get it. And they did that against Dallas, although they really put it together on that final drive. Again, these types of things that people are saying when they're looking at the Ravens and looking at the Dolphins, they're essentially saying the Ravens are a bigger, badder team that is going to push the Dolphins around. And I just don't believe that, dude. I don't think that that's true. I think this Dolphins, these last couple of weeks, especially on defense, has shown that they're a team that can, we can fight with anybody. We can get in any type of game. If our pass game is what we're going to need to win this game, Tua Tagovailoa and Mike McDaniel and the weapons we possess with Tyreek Hill and so forth, they can get this done. On the opposite side of that, if it's a dogfight that we got to get, our defense is going to put it on you, and our offense is going to do that. And, this is something that gets you kind of thinking for a while, and Dolphin fans kind of forget this, but there's been 2 issues that have literally plagued Dolphins fans for years now, one on the offense and one on the defense. The defense, we always had trouble stopping the run. It was like, there's nothing we could do. We're just going to get run on all day. We were in the bottom 10 teams in the NFL against the run. That has not been the case. Since since Christian Wilkins, and even then in the beginning he wasn't doing it, but once Zach Sealer and Christian Wilkins had their second year together as both the guys as the A1, A1, B1 starters in the middle there, they have gotten so good against the run that Dolphins, again, against the run, we're sixth in the NFL right now. So that has been something that we can now kind of hang our hat on. Teams aren't going to run all over us, certainly not going to run down our throat like they used to. On the flip side of that, offensive line. Now, you could say there's a lot of reasons of why the offensive line is different. It's not necessarily any one of them. All right, so it's Tua getting the ball out as fast as he does. That helps probably just as much as every other reason. I'll give Tua that. Tua getting the ball out, having that consistency with the timing and throwing, it really saves us a lot of pressures and a lot of sacks. But also, Butch Berry coming in here, teaching the scheme. Shout out to the coaches. These guys have really put this stuff together to put together a perfectly designed scheme. Since we brought McDaniel in here in the coaching staff, he knows what he wants his offensive linemen to do. And that has helped us implement this system bit by bit. Remember signing Connor Williams back then. Now I get it, Connor isn't playing, but it has given time to allow Liam Eichenberg to train up in the ranks in this system. And now we're cranking in there. We are going to roll in this game tomorrow with Lester Cotton and Liam Eichenberg and, Austin Jackson, who's been banged up. And believe me, a lot of people were off Austin Jackson. But these guys have worked out. All of these things, and we're still going to be able to run down, use our run game and run on these Ravens. Ravens are 12th against the run. It is their weakest of all their points. They're amazing against the pass. And if we can use our run game to cause them to go into single high safety and man-to-man coverage on the outsides, we will then find our matchups that we like. And Tua and Mike McDaniel in the scheme will find it out. And we'll figure out ways to get the ball to Tyreek Hill. These are going to be the story of the game. This is the story of this game coming up. The chess match back and forth. I hate using that, saying the chess match, because it ain't shit on chess, but being patient, being smart, taking our time, using the run game, seeing the defense make adjustments, and then have answers for those adjustments in the passing game. Those things got to happen. And then on the flip side, defense has just got to do what it's been doing the last few weeks, bro. Dial up some blitzes. The Dolphins blitzed. I think it was like, I forget. They ran the zero blitz to beat, with Josh Boyer, to beat the Ravens last time. I want to say they ran 40 consecutive zero blitzes, and they ran, I think it was like 85% of the time. Something stupid. I'm not saying you can do that way. I think the Dolphins do a great job getting pressure with their front four, but let's not forget to use guys like Brandon Jones, like Nick Needham, like Kader Kohu. Bring these dudes in and use them. Use them. Bring these linebackers in. Use them. We can get to the quarterback. We can get to the victory. This is going to be a huge, huge game coming up here tomorrow. Win or lose, Dolphins need to show out, show up, and let's call for what it is. Ravens, late Monday night, didn't get home till Tuesday morning after having Monday Night Football on the West Coast. This is a little bit of a, short week for them. Going against the Niners. Say what you want. They beat the crap out of Niners, but still they had to get up. They had to get ready. They had to go out to the West Coast. Come back now. Short week to now face the Dolphins. The X factor in this game is Tua. Tua is the X factor in this game, because if things start going off the rails, or if the run game isn't there, or late in the game, there's 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and we're down 10 points. It's going to be up to Tua to air this bitch out. And, God, do what he did to the Ravens last time. So, all right, guys. How does the video look? Video look good? Sound good? Everybody tell me, because I'm doing it on Streamlabs right now. I'm not doing StreamYard. I want to know how it looks. Let me know in chat. I see everybody. Hit the like button, everyone. I just wanted to come up and do a short video real quick before Late Night Exhale, which is going live in the next few minutes. I wanted to test this out because I'm going to be calling the game live through the Streamlabs. Going to have the display all up. See the bar down at the bottom and stuff. You know, I want to be able to call the game through Streamlabs because I want to start using some of this stuff. Check it out, guys. I got Miami Dolphins touchdown. Can't wait to use all that, dude. Looks good, sounds good, everybody. I want to use these graphics tomorrow. You know, third down, get loud. We're going to do this. We getting in. So, all right, everybody. I'll see you guys over at Ali's.